Hello, everyone. I want to talk serious talk right now. This internet, when the internet started really blowing up, and you had to learn how to navigate the computer. If you're out here, you want to be out here. I used to think it was evil, and it seemed like every time I would try to use a computer, I would mess it up. But now, 15 years later, oh, I'm good at it. I can do this and that, and I'm on this site and on that site. But it has taken over. It has really taken over. You look at it, and I know it's a lot on the computer. You can do on a lot. You can go and see and buy on the internet. Um, Media uh, has taken over. The truth has been stamped out because you don't know what you're looking at. With Photoshop and Photoshop, um, voiceover, you don't know what's real and what ain't. And you have all these news outlets. I mean, before you had three news stations. You got your news practically from three, yeah, and three stations. Uh, and and just like now, basically, they ran by just a few companies. Um, Even though you have these internet news people that bring a lot to your attention, but they basically still getting their information from these big um, news stations. Not too many of them are actually getting out there doing journalist work. What we need is real journalists. Just like we have finally, we have a black news channel, which it's okay, but come on. If you don't have Roka, you ain't gonna be able to see it. I don't think. I don't know if it's on any other channels. It's not on any major news channels. Why these people? Why are people are not fighting for a um, local black-owned news station? I hate saying black-owned, but that's what it is. Why? Why we don't have more black journalists, black people, journalists working for a black-owned news channel locally or even national? We don't even have what do we have any black news? I mean, black late night people shows? No. And I tell you, why we as a people is being so hateful and mean towards one another. It's because we don't have any voices out here that's really talking for us. That's really, and we don't have nowhere to go talk. All we have is bars to go and chit chat and talk crap and drink. Um, and we just sit back and suffer in silence. A lot of our black men don't have no power. And that is very frustrating to them and to us because we want to see our black man up there having a voice, making important decisions that affect us. You don't see it. All we see is a bunch of black men up there on the train they've been on all these years. We can't even go to our black man and ask for a job. Every job I've had has been owned, ran by, benefited white people. If you have a black man with a business, he's only able to what 2 or 3 workers, unless he own a movie studio. Like I think it's just a couple, Oprah and Tyler Perry, or a music company. But what is that? Why we don't have any manufacturing companies or manufacturing businesses or car companies? Out of all these years, we don't have a black-owned car company. Ford, Nissan, all of them have it wrapped up. I guess we can't. There's no room for another car company, and our children is frustrated with it. The movies that come out, they all paint us as weak slaves, murderers, thugs, dope fiends, sluts. The most gross movie out here is uh these movies 50 Cent got out Power, and then you had the Empire. What was it doing? Was it uplifting us? Only business that they own are musical business. And you know what comes with music and the entertainment business? Every rotten, gut stinking thing out here. That comes with the business. And then most of these shows that they come out, you can't show them to your children. And what's left for the children? I mean, it's some shows on there for kids, but kids don't need to look at TV, period, until they put some shows on there that is appropriate. Because really, because see, a lot of these entertainers, they know. That's why Disney was able to get away with a lot of stuff because they know most of the time adults are not looking at these shows with their kids. And their kids, they can put anything on there, you know, um, and get away with it. Because I have looked at some shows with my grandson, and my kids too when they was little. And I'd be like, oh my God, wow. I didn't realize, until I got a little bit older and stuff. And I'm like, because there's some cartoons that I used to look at, and I look at them, I'm like, oh my God, we are laughing at all this violence. Even though didn't nobody tell us it was violence, and you just figured it was just what's so funny about somebody getting their head knocked off? And we're laughing at it. So what is the problem and what is the solution? The problem is the internet. Because I would get on my Facebook page. I have no comments on anything that I put that I post. Every now and then somebody might comment if I say something really controversial on their page. I mean on their post. And say something 2 or 3 times and then that's it. Go on to the next one. And no solution. No nothing. Just a few words and my Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. I think that's it. I have no communication. I got about 6 pages and I get no comments. And when I look at my page, all I see is somebody trying to sell something, or I have these posts from other people that get lots of comments because I seen something. They had about 11 comments on it, and I copied and pasted on my page, and I only got one comment, and that was from my daughter. Mm. And I got like 300 something friends, but I don't think none of my friends is following me. Maybe one or two that's even getting. I think they have to follow you to get. And I don't even think these friends, these people, I think it's Facebook that's running things behind the scenes. I don't know, but the problem and to solve it is to get off that internet, get off that media, start coming together. But now people are so it's like they so scared because of this pandemic thing. Um, but they talk to who they want to talk, and that's exactly what the government want us to do: stay separated, get on the computer, let that be your life. And then now we hear more and more about these women getting killed by people they meet on these dating sites. Why we can't meet a man, a woman? Why is it so hard to meet somebody? And then this TikTok. It just done took over because you can get on TikTok and do anything you want. They have so many filters and so much stuff that and I heard that people are really getting rich from this TikTok. So if people getting rich, then the people that run TikTok must be really making some money. And it's a foreign country. That's weird. And these TikTok videos, they are only what, a minute long, and you can sit up and look at 50 different TikToks in a minute. And if you're not being careful, you can't look at them with your child because you're allowed to cuss, you're allowed to be sexually explicit. So you could be looking at something, laughing, then all of a sudden something come on that woo, you gotta hurry up and change it. Yeah, it's really weird. It's weird out here. Um, we need to get back to the basics, uniting as a community, being friendly, having family gatherings, not just on holidays, these man-made holidays that's only out to make money off of you. I mean, that's a shame. Families don't even get together like they used to. And I'm glad that some families do. You don't really hear about it. You see it on TikTok or YouTube or for 2 seconds. But as you can see, just like on the movies and in the entertainment industry, what you see on the screen ain't really what's going on behind the screen. That was crazy. This one was a TikTok sensation, and he was out here robbing people. He had the same shoes on that he was caught robbing people in. They said that's how they knew it was him. He had the same shoes on. Um, um, you didn't heard about these sensations killing one another. Oh my God, yeah. Um, but it's hard, especially hard for people like me. Uh, I'm an introvert. It's hard for me to trust people. It's I can't tolerate ignorance. I can't tolerate lying, gossiping, um, small talk. I mean, it's all right for it sometime, but not just that's it. I want to build something. See, we as black people, we're not used to just sitting around just not building. We come from builders and civilization makers. We're not. We built the pyramids. You know how long and how hard it took us to do that? Now we are forced to work for these companies that just give us a paycheck and tell us to go pay some bills. If things don't change. We got more to worry about than nuclear power. Because we are getting tired of this, but we have to channel that pain and madness to something better. And when I look at these black men and children, I'm looking at a man that is in pain, that has been reduced to nothing but just, what you call it, a worker. No voice, no power, no ownership. They have no respect. They don't have no respect on the job, at home. And these women, they have been reduced to shaking their ass to get attention and make money. Oh yeah, it's a lot of money in shaking your ass these days. Lot of money. Look, try it on the internet. I mean, you can't, especially TikTok. Yes. Oh man, it's on there. And like I said, don't be looking at it with your kids because you're liable to see anything. And we've been reduced to pornograph, porno. Right. So we need to get back to the basics. We need to start being respected, respecting ourselves and respecting others. All right. Thank you for listening. Please comment and please subscribe. And let's keep this conversation going.